Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we create visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your application. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so we have this residential patio. It's a all aluminum construction patio. So just bear that in mind. These are not considered combustible materials. So some of this information I'm going to give you will not be adequate for a wooden structure. So just bear that in mind. We do have some French doors here. The doors, I understand, none of them swing out into the patio, so that's very important. And also just note that we have this eave over here that is draped across this top portion here, and then there's some louvers, 2, 3, maybe 4 even. I have 3 here that are fixed so that they are non-adjustable. All the rest of these are adjustable to open and close, so bear that in mind. And I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and look at the overall dimensions. So I have here center to center on the post 21 feet 4 inches, and then center on the post here to the finished wall I have at 14.4. Now the overall height of the structure I have at 9'10", and then also 9'2" at the bottom edge of this beam going across here. So I think that is about it as far as that's concerned. I don't know that there's any fans in here, but if there is a fan in here, the layout that I'm going to show, and actually that the customer recommended, will not be affected by a fan if that's the case. So let's go ahead and turn those dimensions off and go ahead and look at the layout of the equipment. So they did have the slimline, or excuse me, these are CD6024s. So 240 volt, 6,000 watt, 25 amps a piece. At this elevation, they're a good application. Now, I just want to state that I have this at on a vertical surface here, and I have the angle here at 60 degrees from straight out, 60 degrees down. And then over here, I have these at mounted on the ceiling. Now you could mount it on the wall. I just didn't want to do that. But you can see here I have this flange. I'm going to call this a gutter flange maybe for water. I believe I have it at 8 inches. It might be shorter. It might be longer. Let's just go ahead and double check what I actually have here. And as you can see, I do have it at 8 inches. So if it's longer, that might be better, but when you attach a unit and you have the angle of the 6,000 watt C series model or CD series model, it doesn't matter if it's C or CD, you need to maintain a 12-inch gap between the top of the unit and any combustible material. Now, if these eaves are combustible, that means you need to have a 12-inch gap. Now, I placed it at a 30 degree from straight down towards the patio area just to get a better warmth coverage over here in this section here. But you can see that the way I have this mounted, you're going to need to come up with some sort of custom bracket, either maybe even utilizing the OEM bracket and cutting it to this, size, something of that nature, or just making your own bracket that allows that angle to come out here a little bit further so that you are maintaining that clearance behind the heater, and that is the 6-inch clearance from this edge here all the way to any combustible surface. And that's kind of why I have it out like this. Again, the top clearance is 12 inches from any combustible above, and you can see here I have it at just over 15 inches, and I have this beam here at an 8-inch height, and then I have a drop of about 3 inches between the eave and the top of those beams. So that could be a little bit different, but in any case, you need to maintain that 12 inches of clearance. So let's see over here, the clearances are not that critical. However, you don't want beams of heat, or you don't want to place the heater so close that aluminum surfaces might melt, or not melt, but deform in some way. So I'm trying to maintain the clearances that the manufacturer recommends here, which is the minimum of 6 inches to just combustible materials around the heater. Again, at an angle though, combustible materials need 12 inches of clearance. So I think that's about it as far as that's concerned. The heaters themselves, I believe, are at, let's go ahead and just measure this off. I think I have them at 7 feet center to center, but let's double check that and pull that down. Oh, sorry, 11 feet center to center, which actually gives you a good overlapping here, and I'll show you that right now. So the ray itself, you get this roughly about a 12-foot throw this direction and 12-foot throw this direction, and then you'll get from here to here about a 10-foot throw, and at an angle the heaters are not, you know, penetrating the area right below the heater. However, this space here is going to be heated very nicely and very uniformly. Now, one thing I will mention is you would want to have a control system on a system like this, and the reason behind that is the fact that you do have a lot of overlapping crossing rays, and you can see that, you know, in this area right here, that penetration amount is more than what the manufacturer typically recommends. So that would be a warmer spot here and a warmer spot over here, and then you have the crossover rays. So you really want a control system so you can really dim the heaters down during different times of year. And then also it would be quite nice for cooler times where you can turn the heaters up. However, turning the heaters up at full amount and sitting right here might be too hot for many people. So dimming system is an important aspect of this application. So, and then there's lastly, I just want to throw this in. I'm going to go ahead and they did send me another part of their plan that just shows some other options here. Now this is just a salesman's approach to what you might do in the patio area like this, but you could place a sun glow heater into the bar area here. These can actually be pulled out. There is a little bit of a trick as far as bringing the gas line in here, but you can see there's what they call a deck mount that could be attached here. The post could be cut and then just allowed to slip in here, and then you can make some sort of plug for that when you want the heater out. It would have to be something that's more of a keyhole style opening, and this is kind of what I'm talking about here, but this is a underground vault box here. So you can see this keyhole opening allows the post to slide down into this opening, which is going to be below grade, so, or I should say at the same elevation as the floor grade itself, and it allows you to put the post in and slide it back out as the times of year that you want to have the heaters out there and don't want to have the heaters out there. Now the gas line comes in here, slides up to the top about 7 inches from the bottom here, I should say, and then you'd hook up a flexible hose with a quick connect feature on that. So and then when you're not using it, there is a keyhole cover as well as cover for this space here that you'd use all the time when you're using the when you have the vault box installed. I also placed a couple of vault boxes here and here just to allow possibly for heating up the dining space here as well. And here's just a quick view of what type of heat you would get from something like this here. So I think these are about 10-foot center to centers, maybe 12-foot, but same distance about here to here, and that would be kind of the footprint between the dining table here as well. So all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plans, please send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, we're not monetized. YouTube does not promote our channel in any way unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers, and we truly appreciate that. Thank you. Have an excellent day.